Hi, everybody. Okay, so, hi. I'm sorry I didn't upload last week, okay? I had a video ready and I edit and record everything on my phone. I hook up my microphone to my phone, and it was just not, it was not in the, I had technical difficulties, okay? Like, I went to go edit the video and my video would not load to save my life, and I did everything I could to try and like get the iCloud to work to connect, I guess, to load the video. I don't know. I don't even know what the problem was, but that's why there was no video last week. But I'm kind of glad that it didn't work out because I was able to kind of think and talk about my topic more, and I actually was able to get. I kind of interviewed a few friends asking their opinions on the topic, so that should be a really interesting episode. Of course, they're not going to be in here with me answering the questions, but I did ask them about their opinions and whatnot. As we can see, we have a new friend with us. New microphone, everybody, because guess what? The cute little blue one was cutting out. And y'all know how I feel about when it cuts out, but the quality is significantly better. You should not hear me, spitting and spatting all over the mic anymore. I know that was kind of a problem with the other one. And it's not even that I'm sitting much, I just wiped the sweat off my face. It's not even that I was sitting like much farther from the other mic either. I think this one is just so much better quality. It won't have any problems with like the p or the like air. You know what I mean? I don't know what I'm trying to say, but the main difference between this mic and the other one is that this one is significantly better quality. This is a Rode microphone. I know one girl that I follow. Sorry, I heard a noise. I was like, hello. One girl that I follow uses this mic for her podcast, and I like the quality of it. So it's something I can hook up to my iPad. That's also another thing that I'm going to try this week is hooking the microphone up to my iPad, recording just with my phone, and then seeing if I can combine the two of them without any difficulties. So once again, if you see this whenever it's uploaded on Saturday, it worked. If it's not, you obviously won't see this. But yeah, I'm really excited. Today I did not plan a thing. Okay, I just woke up today. First of all, if you couldn't tell from that snuffle, I am pretty sick. It's just my seasonal allergies, and I had an asthma flare up at the same time. And then like when my seasonal allergies and asthma combine, it's like it feels like a cold, honestly. So I've been dealing with that all day yesterday. I feel so much better than I did. I like broke my fever yesterday. I got caught up on my medicine again yesterday, and I slept a lot, guys. Like I took like 4 naps, and they ranged from like 45 minutes to 3 hours. It was so crazy. I've never slept that much throughout the day. But I'm feeling a lot better today. I hope I don't sound too congested. I can guarantee that I will feel better by at least Sunday for sure. And yeah, I keep checking to see if like my iPad is still going. I'm really excited about this microphone and just upping the quality of my stuff. I don't like to have things that are really like gimmicky, and like of course I did the best with the money that I had at the time. Like the mic was only like I think $45-$50. This one was $100. So the next step for me is probably going to be getting a camera. Not because I'm taking this seriously and I'm going to be an influencer. No, not because of that. But I have always wanted a good quality camera for whenever I do record things like this, or I want to make a vlog for, memories, or I want to take pictures. I know digital camera pictures are a really big thing right now. So next step for me is probably getting a camera. I will be saving up for that. I'm also saving up for a trip that I'm going on this summer. And yeah, we have a lot of stuff going on. Today's just going to be kind of a random episode. I didn't plan a thing. I mean, it's gonna have like a main topic, I think. But today, mainly, I just want to talk about like a life update with what's going on with me, what's going on in this stage of life, and body image issues. We're not gonna get super into it like we usually do. I think we get pretty into it, but I don't know. I don't know. That's just me. That's what I think. But yeah, life update. Finals are next week for me. And obviously when you see this, it might be different. But from the time I'm recording this, finals are next week for me. I actually got back an exam today. So for one of my classes, I'm taking Psychology of the Offender. And we had our third exam. And we take 4 exams, and she drops the lowest grade, right? So the idea was that if I do really, really bad on this third exam, then I will just take the final and then have it replace the third one. But I got the test grade back today, and I calculated it. I was like, okay, I will be just fine because the lowest I had to make on this exam was a 65 in order to maintain my A in the class, and I got overpassing. So I don't have to take the final. I'm so excited. So the last thing I wanted to do was just add another final to the books. I only have one final next week, and that's on Monday for ASL, and it's just me recording a video of myself telling a story. I already know what story I'm going to tell, so I just need to like plan it out a little bit and practice before I record it on either, Sunday or Monday. Probably on Sunday, just so I don't have to do anything on Monday at all. But yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling pretty good. I am on track to make all A's this semester again, but here's the thing. So for my lab class, I have an 88 right now, and our final grade is going to be our presentation. So ideally, we would get a high A on this presentation and hopefully bump my grade up to an A. I'm hoping. My fingers are crossed so bad. So bad. I love saying that. I've been saying that recently, and I don't know why. I don't know what. Like, there's no context for me. I just be like, so bad. Ah! I don't know. Sorry, I didn't mean to yell. I'm sorry. I probably hurt your ears. But I want that 90 so bad. That's so stupid. That is so stupid. No, but if imagine like we get the grade back and I have like an 89 after, I'm going to email the teacher and be like, look, what can I do to make this work? Please. Because last semester I got on the president's list, which I have never done in my life. I've never made all A's since like middle school, elementary school. So that was like a really big accomplishment for me. And the fact that I'm potentially going to be able to do it again this semester is crazy. I don't know how I've done it. My dad said that this is just how I know that I found my lane, because obviously I'm not finding it like super difficult to maintain these grades, which is true. So I'm very thankful for that I found something that I'm really, really interested in and want to stick with career-wise. I've discovered a little bit recently that I don't want criminal justice to be my minor anymore. Unfortunately, it's too late. Like, I'm going to be a senior next semester. That just made me sick. Oh my gosh. I'm going to be a senior next semester. What? One more year of college left, and then I don't know. Whatever. Anyways, back on track. I'm going to be a senior next semester. What was I even talking about? I'm probably going to leave this in just because this is the whole point of the vomit. Blech. Okay. What was, my minor. Right. Okay. So I am not going to change my minor because it's going to be my senior year. I don't have time to redo all those credits. And also that's just money lost, and I'm not doing that. I'm not paying all the way for my school. I'm not paying for all of my school right now. My parents are. So that would be kind of disrespectful towards their money, I feel. And I'm already like 4 classes into my minor. So I'm like a little more than halfway done, honestly. So why would I switch it? I don't know. That'd be a little silly, especially during my senior year. Maybe if I was like a sophomore or a junior, sure, but no. So yeah, I'm a criminal justice minor right now with a psychology major, but I've, as sitting through these classes the past semester, like, yeah, they have been pretty interesting, but I don't know. I feel like I'm leaning more towards the family and marriage counseling route. I'm not too sure yet, though. And I've only come to this conclusion because of my new job that I have. I'm a behavior technician, and I kind of like that one-on-one work with children, and, hopefully that would turn into something like family or marriage counseling. I feel like marriage counseling would be really interesting, and I don't know. I mean, that's just a career option I'll have to explore. Once again, these are all things I'm still going to have to go to graduate school for. So that's another thing on my plate that I've been stressing about recently is grad school. But, like, you know what? I'm praying about it, and I'm like, God, you know what? If I get in next fall, I get in. If I don't, it wasn't meant to be, and that is your will, and that's how it's going to happen. If it's meant for me to go to grad school, then God will allow that door to open up for me. I 100% believe that. But in the meantime, I'm just going to do my best to prep for that, to apply for next fall. To be... Does that make sense? To, like, start next fall? I don't know. Wait. Next fall meaning, like, 2024 fall. Just to confirm. Because sometimes whenever I hear next fall, I'm thinking of next semester. I don't know. Also, guys, I don't know. I'm kind of loving this vest moment today. I was wearing a white t-shirt and it was cute, okay, but this kind of like segues into my topic. I get very insecure whenever I sit down and like my stomach fat is like sticking out of the sides of my shorts, and like while it's not a big deal at all, it feels like a big deal to me. And body confidence is such a huge problem nowadays. I mean, and I'm sure it has been in the past, like before. I mean, like it just didn't pop up out of nowhere, right? Like this has been an issue for forever. But I feel like no one is. It's like, who doesn't have body issues at one point in their life? And if you have not, oh my gosh, I'm not even doing that to be sarcastic. Like genuinely, good on you, because I'm sure a lot of people would love to be in that position to fully just be okay with the way that they look. But I know I have been doing a research project over men and eating disorders in my experimental methods psychology class, and it has been really interesting just to see how the way we think about our bodies can affect us and all that stuff. So for me personally, I have been working out pretty hard over the last year, and my problem is that I compare myself a lot to other people that I see on social media. It's like, I saw this going girl the other day, oh, I lost 40 pounds in 4 months. I lost 80 pounds in a year. And that hits me so hard, and because I compare it to my own journey. And I'm like, well, I haven't really done crap then, if that's the case, you know? And this is like a constant battle for me. Like there are phases where like I'm completely fine with my body and I love my body. And then there are days where like it kind of hits a little harder than usual. Like today, for example. I think that's like my stomach is like one of my biggest insecurities ever. Like I have kind of worked through my other ones, like my arms, and it was mainly like that, like my arms. I like my arms now. I've been lifting, so like I got a little muscle going on. Barely, okay? Don't start looking now. But like, is it getting there? A little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, not too much. But yeah, that was a big insecurity of mine until I started working out, and then I started to lose like some arm fat and gain some muscle. That's been good. But my stomach is like where the real issue lies, okay? Like I used to always say, like I was always so jealous of skinny people. Like this is kind of a lot. And when I was younger, I used to get so frustrated that skinny people used to be insecure too, because I'm like, what do you have to be insecure about? You're literally small. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. Which is not good. Okay, it's not good to think like that. It's very insecure. That's a very insecure way of thinking, that only you and people that look like you can have this kind of issue, you know? And I will say, I do think it is a little bit harder on bigger individuals. But that does not excuse the fact that skinny people can have body issues as well. And yeah, I mean, just for a backstory, like I've been pretty like mid-sized my whole life. Like I've always had a stomach on me. I've always had like bigger thighs and arms, which is like, you know, whatever, that's fine. But like there's never been a point where I've been like skinny, you know? And that used to hit pretty hard. I got one comment like when I was like 13 from this guy that I liked about my body, and like ever since then that like destroyed me. And I, you know, these are things that I've worked through in therapy, so that's why I feel comfortable talking about it. And also this is why I feel comfortable stating that, yeah, this is still an issue for me today. Like I just didn't snap and go away for forever, you know? But yeah, I mean, it's kind of, I don't have like a very stereotypical body type. Does that make sense? Like I don't have like a beauty standard body type, or like I don't have the body type where it's okay to be like mid-sized. What am I trying to say? Like I don't have like an hourglass mid-sized figure, which is usually like what's kind of acceptable, you know? I have like more like a I don't know, maybe I would describe it maybe like apple shaped. I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna just say it's like square apple shape. It's not hourglass. That's all you need to know. It's not hourglass, and that's okay. And that took a long time for me to understand that, hey, it is okay that you don't look like everybody. You don't look like people on social media. You look like you. and that's okay. And you are beautiful regardless what is on the outside, because what's in here is what matters. And I don't know, it was hitting me pretty hard today. Summer is approaching, and that is a time where I hate. I don't even want to say hate. I couldn't even get it out. Summertime is the season where I dislike my body the most, because, you know, it's hot outside. I live in Texas, y'all. Like, it gets hot. And, you know, hotter outside means, like, you get to wear a little less clothing, whatever. You know, you go swimming, you wear the bikinis, or, like, the one pieces, tankinis, whatever your cup of tea is, okay? It was, like, 95 today, okay, like, a couple hours ago. And I get back home, and I'm like, you know what? I want to go lay out. I want to go lay out and soak up some sun and get in a swimsuit, okay? I went swimming only like once or twice last summer because I did not want to get in the swimsuit that bad. Like, it was brutal. I had I didn't host a pool party, but like there was a pool party with some work friends, and I just remember feeling like literal garbage the whole time because I was the biggest one there. And I'm not even I don't, and I'm not even trying to say that to be like, oh, poor me, like I'm the biggest one at the party. No, like it's not like that, but those are things that you have to take into account. Like, whenever you hear people walking around, this is not happening at the party, by the way, for anybody watching that, you know what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm about to say. See, I'm all over the place. I'm all over the place because I didn't plan this. But, look, long story short, I've had body confidence, body image issues for a really, really long time. For literally, probably as long as I can remember. I remember being a kid and, like, trying to suck in, like, my stomach fat, or, like, I would, like, stand in the mirror sideways and, like, be halfway off of the mirror just to see what I would look like without the little stomach fat that was right there, which is so ridiculous because I'm literally a kid. Like, why I was worried about that, I don't know. And social media has, of course, made it 100 times worse. I can blame literally anything on social media. Like, you can be like, oh, that's not really an excuse. It is. It is. And I'll blame it on social media every single time, because I think that is, like, one of the worst things that has ever come from technology. It's like a really good thing and a really bad thing at the same time. I love connecting with friends. I love seeing what they're doing without me actually being there. I hate the impact that it has on our generation today in the negative ways. Does that make sense? I don't know. Like, I think having internet friends and, you know, posting cute little TikToks and whatever, like, that's so sweet and cute to me. But, like, it's the fact when, you know, it gets bad whenever you sit on TikTok for, like, 3 hours and all you're doing is scrolling through girls that don't look like you. You know? You know what I mean? It can affect you real bad. Real bad. What song is that from? JT? Real bad. What song is that? Because I know y'all know what that is from TikTok. I don't know. Okay, whatever. Yeah, I'll blame anything on social media. But, you know, one thing that my therapist had talked, you know, I bring her up every single video. But you know what? She gives me really good advice. So I'm going to bring it up every time she says something that applies, okay? So when I went over her with my body insecurity issues and that one memory that I had with a guy that said something about my body when I was really young and impressionable. Okay. She was like, Camille, are you healthy? And I was like, yeah, I guess. Like, you know, she was like, well, you did tell me you like to work out. She said, so you get like at least 30 minutes of activity a day. I was like, yeah, I'd say so. She said, okay, you did mention that you've been eating really, you know, better over the last year. And better for me is not a diet. That is one thing that y'all need to be careful with, is them diets and stuff. I did not diet. I just kept everything in moderation. Okay. I don't go eat out every single day. I don't eat out more than like 2 times a week. And if I do eat out the second time, I make sure it's like a healthier meal, you know? Like, there's ways to like maneuver around those things that diet culture says to stop doing. But yeah, she was, sorry, back to the point. She was like, you've been eating better over the last year. And I was like, yeah. She said, so you're healthy. And I was like, oh, what? And she said it like, she said to remember that like healthy looks different on every single body. And like, while I do have fat in some places that I would prefer it not to be, sure, like I am a healthy individual. Like, I work out, I eat well, I take care of myself. I don't have any underlying health conditions. Like, I am healthy. So like, that should be enough on its own. And however my body is I just need to either accept it or change it in a healthy way. This brings me to my next point about working out. So I started working out consistently probably exactly a year ago in, May. And I have lost 25 pounds over the last year, but it's been more kind of like a body recomposition kind of thing. Kind of. I don't know. All I did, y'all, I found a routine. I love lifting weights. So, routine lifting weights. I have okay, I'm not even making sense. Look, I made a routine and I started eating better, and that's what happened. And there were many times where, when I started my fitness journey, I was like, look, Camille, you're going to do this to be healthy, not to be skinny. Repeat after me. You're doing this to be healthy, not to look a certain way. Okay? Done. And there have been many times throughout the last year where I've had to remind myself of that, because there are times where I'm like, well, I've been putting in all this work and I still look the same. No, you don't. I don't look the same. And just remembering that, like, little progress still matters, and that, like, if these certain areas of my body that I want to change, like, if it's that big of a deal to me, I'm going to put in the work to fix it or to change it or to work hard and, build a healthier version of myself, build a look for myself that I'm going to like and love, And even recently, like, whenever I put on my swimsuit today and I was like, oh my gosh, here we go. Like, I'm going to go downstairs. Like, y'all, I literally put on and took off my swimsuit 3 different times because I was psyching myself out from going down there. And I'm like, who cares? And I was like literally, who cares? And then so I grabbed myself and I walked downstairs. Unfortunately, it was way too hot outside, so I only lasted 30 minutes from tanning. But, like, I don't know. I hope you guys noticed a little healthy brown glow on me today. Guys, I think I blew my nose too hard. Like, my ear popped. That hurt so bad. So bad. Ah! Back to business. Okay. Ew. Okay, my nose is, like, really congested now, so I hope the voice is okay. But I just told myself, like, look, Camille, you're making steps to be a healthier individual. Let your body follow the way it needs to. And, like, I used to, like, be so mad that I have only lost 25 pounds in the last year, but, like, 25 pounds is good. Like, what? Like, why am I trying to compare myself to somebody else's journey? Okay, slow and steady for me is going to win this race for myself and my body and my health. I keep telling myself, like, hey, I'm going to put in the work in the ways, in the healthy ways that I need to, and I'm just going to let my body follow however it chooses to. And leave it at that. Maybe it's not, I actually felt my ribs, or like my, what is this? Ribs? Rib cage? Yeah, okay. Look, I felt my rib cage the other day, and I realized it's, like, literally right here. Like, I'm not going to get any slimmer this way. Like, I have a wide rib cage. So, like, those are things you also have to take into account, is, like, your genetics. Like, maybe you're just not a smaller individual. Do you know what I mean? And that is one thing I had to take into account, because when I felt my ribs right here, I was like, oh! I was like, this is as small as I'm going to get up here. Like, that's that. And it is a hard pill to swallow, because, of course, you want to look like the beauty standard. You want to have the body type where people see your post and be like, oh my gosh, body goals. Like, who doesn't? But that's just my current journey that I'm on, and, like, constantly reminding myself that I am healthy and I am taking the steps to better myself as a person, physically, mentally, and emotionally. And that's all I can do until, I don't know. That's all I can do. And I have to be proud of myself, because I have come so far. Ew. And I have to be proud of myself for that, because I have come so far. And, sometimes you have to remove things out of your life in order to help you progress. Like, I had to take many social media breaks because I was on the wrong side of TikTok, and Instagram. Like, I now follow people that look like me, which is very, very helpful. But before, like, my For You page was flooded with people that did not look like me. And, like, while they are so beautiful and, like, everything, that was not healthy for my very insecure mind at the time, and everyone's going to have their insecurities, of course. Like, I don't know if there's ever going to be a time where I don't have any insecurities about myself. I feel like that's just a very human thing to have. But another thing that maybe if you're struggling with this, you need to consider is like, one, taking the social media breaks and, watching what you intake into your brain. 2, stop making self-deprecating comments about yourself. It has to stop. Positive self-talk is like really what changes the game for me personally. I don't know about everybody else. Positive self-talk is what changed my game. Not making self-deprecating comments in front of friends in hopes that they would like, be like, oh no, that's not true or whatever. Or, I even said in the last video, like there was points where like I would still make the comments about myself, not even like wanting attention from them or like the validation from them. I just said it because I hated myself. Like, they have got to stop, because even if they seem like a joke to you or like nothing to you, that is what the more you talk like that, the more you're going to believe it. So like, just really be careful with how you talk to yourself. And another thing is that if you have friends that keep making self-deprecating comments about themselves, you got to be careful with that. Okay? You have to be real careful with that. I have had a few different friends that like constantly make comments about how much they hate themselves, how fat they are, how much they hate their bodies and all that. And like, wow, I feel like it's okay to express your insecurities to your closer friends and friends like that. There comes a point where it gets to be too much. There have been times, y'all, where I know I have been like the bigger individual in a group, and someone is still making comments about themselves. Oh, I'm so fat, I'm so this, I'm so that. Like, how do you think that's going to make the other people feel? Yeah, like, please. So if you do have friends like that, like, of course, do your best to be there for them and maybe encourage them to have better positive self-talk if they're wanting the help. But maybe distance yourself from that a little bit, because the moment I did, I started feeling a whole lot better about myself. Because even hearing other people talk about how negatively they feel about themselves can be really draining as well. So one thing I'm still currently working on to this day is, watching how much I complain and rant and vent to other people. Because I don't want to ever be the one, like, dragging down the energy in the group in that way. So, yeah. I hope you guys have enjoyed this, like, life update recently. I have a very fun episode for next week, so I hope you guys stick around for that, and I hope you guys are enjoying the quality of my little new friend. I think it's a he. I think he's so cute. What should we name him? Put some comments down below of what should we name our new brain vomit microphone. Maybe Puke. Aww, Puke the mic. Okay, let me know down below what y'all think we should name our microphone for the Brain Vomit podcast. Thanks so much for watching. Sorry it was like so random. Very much life update and body issues into one. I don't know. That's what Brain Vomit's all about, ladies and gentlemen. I almost said ladies and babies. What babies are watching my channel? Hopefully none. Okay. But look, God bless all of you. Praying for all of you. And yeah, come check back next week. Later. Bye.